you've been living in Canada for a while. What does Canada think of metal?
Oh, in Canada, I don't really know that many like big metalcore bands from Canada. I know Counterparts is from Hamilton, which is like 60 kilometers away from Toronto. Um, I actually was gonna go see them in May this year, but didn't happen. It's particularly in Toronto because I've been to maybe like 15 shows in the last 2 years. I'd say it's pretty uh, metal is pretty big, definitely, because pretty much every single show I've went to was sold out. But also, I think that's because not a lot of bands go to Canada for whatever reason. A lot of bands, even if they go to Canada, they skip Toronto, which is kind of interesting to me because like Toronto is the biggest, definitely the biggest city in Canada. So um, yeah, I don't. But then you have to also consider the fact that Toronto is very different from the rest of Canada, because Toronto is this big, huge, densely compact city that's more like American, and then the rest of Canada is it's much more like wasteland and small towns and stuff. It's not bad. It's not an
Yeah,
insult.
yeah,
I would rather live in a small town than Toronto, but
Yeah.
work.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Insert Nickelback joke here.
Oh hell yeah.
Um, so is there, and you can answer this for either Canada or Ukraine, is there any stigma attached to metal where you are or where you have been?
Ooh, that's definitely, I would say it's not that different, but there's definitely stigma on metal. So, because like if you tell people you listen to metal, they'd be like, he's probably weird. And it's been like this in Ukraine. It's still like this in Canada. I mean, it's nowadays, I feel like it's not that crazy of an idea if you listen to like heavy music. I don't think people perceive you as a Satanist anymore. That's that phase is kind of gone. But I still think in Ukraine it was pretty intense, especially in school. But surprisingly, in Ukraine, actually, metalcore scene it's definitely not big, but there's a lot of people that are willing to go to shows and stuff. And I actually discovered this quite recently. I never really went to any metal shows in Ukraine. I wasn't really a fan of metalcore back then. I only became like a huge metalcore fan in Canada, so that's
Yeah.
that's about it.
Yeah. I mean, me and Chris, well, we live in near the greater Nashville area in the American South, and there definitely is some stigma, but I think we found that generally people our age, maybe half and half, some people think it's weird our age, but a lot of people are just like, oh, okay, that's like listening to enter whatever genre
Yeah,
of
it's
music that,
just it's
yeah,
your own business, right? It's like
exactly.
you listen to what you like.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's definitely a much stronger stigma in the smaller towns here in Tennessee. I mean, I live in a town where we recently tried to rebrand the town, and the brand had the word whiskey in it, and all of the owners of the local churches tore the banners down.
Damn.
So, so
Gatekeepers.
yeah. So I can't exactly go around saying that I like metal, and God forbid anybody found out I had this channel, I would immediately be fired. Um,
Damn.
put it, but yeah, I would say that otherwise, what you described is basically how it is. I mean, once you actually go into like Broadway in Nashville, everybody's playing every kind of music. So,
Oh, yeah.
so yeah, we ask everybody that question, and basically everybody gives us a similar response of, oh, things are fine. So I think it's okay to be a metalhead in the world today.
It really is.
Yeah.